It's just wonderful to see um, the compassion that is shown by uh, folk working in our field towards their clients, and just this genuine desire to help and to be supportive. It's so encouraging. Um, I think that, I just, in the breakout group, the piece that you just shared about working with folk in prison to help them to build their entrepreneurship, um, that you're really taking, um, you're carrying the heavy weight in this field to go into a prison and see the capacity within a potential client there. So, that just blows me away.
Yeah, I think I might also touch on just this one that popped up here about requiring genuine partnerships. Authenticity was a piece that came up in our research as well, that it's not enough just to say that you're building relationships, but they have to be genuine relationships, authentic relationships. Like people can tell if your heart's not in it. It certainly seems like people's hearts are in it in terms of the responses and the discussions that we've been having so far. Then there's another piece here about the tensions between the rigid bureaucratic structure and navigating the bureaucracies was also something that came up in our research, and just that frustration and time and energy that it takes to navigate through these systems that are colonial and weren't set up, and they're not really helping anyone, Indigenous or not, in maybe the most effective way. So navigating through those bureaucracies or finding ways to improve, or building together with policy people, what's missing, how can we do this better, how can we be more efficient. I think those things are really important to consider.
I think you hit on a really important point in that um, those colonial structures have existed for hundreds of years. We have been socialized in them. So we carry those practices with us. And it's a process of unlearning, of recognizing them and letting them go, and starting to embrace values of care, compassion, empathy, and just a focus on serving our communities.
And I think also working with um, agencies and community groups and policy and government people, like working alongside them in partnership, and knowing that we can make the systems more efficient and better for everybody. So with that,
Something.
I'm going to turn it over to our final thoughts. I am going to share one more Menti where I would welcome people to just let us know their key takeaway from the session as we have our final thoughts shared from our contributors today.
Just continue to value yourself. Continue to keep doing what you're doing. Everyone here has been great with the questions, with the answers, the thoughts, everything that's been going on in the chat. I'm just going to keep going on with what I'm doing, learning more about the culture, learning more about other cultures, learning about, how diversity is very challenging for a lot of people. And I hope that kind of goes along with everybody else too. I thank everyone for all their stories, and just be honest with yourself, I guess. That's my thought.
Diana. We really are in quite a different landscape nowadays in terms of the pushback on DEI and not being able to use certain terminologies and things like that. And so I just appreciate your openness to share with us your experiences. Thank you so very much. Karine, any final thoughts?
Well, I just want to say thank you for allowing me to be part of this presentation. I found it very interesting, making connections with others and hearing from where they're coming from, sharing the stories. and just listening to some of the successes and challenges amongst everyone, some of the things that are working, some things that aren't working, and understanding, how everybody does work together within this type of organization, and what's been successful for them too. So I really enjoyed being part of it, and I think it was important to do this, and I think these are the types of things that we need more of. Maybe more so with employers coming forward too. What do employers want? What do they see? Because the Indigenous population is going to be the big population coming forward in the future. So how do we work together? And so these things to me are important to share and have out there and have people involved to understand like I say, the success and challenges that we all face. Thank you.